Hey guys, I have an update. I keep thinking I'll be good for a while and then something else happens. I'm like, well, I guess I'll update you guys. Well, first off, I have noticed I've been on Facebook and then Instagram after a couple years after being on Facebook because I didn't really know how to use either for a while there, and then I did, and I was posting often, just silly things. But I had noticed it kind of changed some of the relationships I had with people. Like, I don't know if people just look at you differently or they get annoyed with your endless updates. And mine were just silly ones, like, I was into geocaching. I would be like, oh, looking for a cat, can't wait to go caching today. Or it was nothing like, personal as far as airing out my dirty laundry kind of stuff. But so anyway, I've been on Facebook for, a long time. And I post often, and I had noticed that back then, even though my sisters would never, God forbid, post anything with me in it, because I would always post, like, if I was, at their house, having a family, happy birthday, so-and-so, just to be nice. And even though my sister wouldn't, like it or post a thank you or anything like that, she would always be, this is the narc sister, the middle one, she'd always be notified of anything I would post. Like, she would stalk me, and I had always wondered why. So literally I'd be at her house, and because if she had like a family gathering birthday thing for the kids, and I would post something at the house, and literally she would take her phone out of her pocket and look at her phone and go, oh, really? So I'm like, oh, obviously you're being notified because you knew exactly when I posted something because it dinged your phone. And I would also notice that on my Facebook pictures that I would have, she had like the cloud or whatever, the Apple TV. And I would see pictures off my Facebook on her Apple TV. And I'm like, well, how the hell did you get those pictures on your Apple TV? Because I didn't send them to you. So obviously you're stalking my page, which is creepy. Okay, so with all that said, so you now know, like, I found out that my mom was in a nursing home since August, and it is now May. And I also found out that everybody knew, so I really am the last to know, and I probably wouldn't have known had I not inquired. Nobody was going out of their way to tell me. And I thought, okay, I get it. All my cousins want to mind their business. That's fine. I get it. They don't want to be in the middle of anything. They want to be, Switzerland or whatever to both sides. I'm not trying to smear campaign my siblings, but I do want to say hey, this is the truth. I had no idea. Just like when my dad died in the funeral, you get those stickers on your car, the orange stickers that say funeral. And I think it's the recession or procession, whatever that thing is where you drive behind the hearse to the cemetery, and the families always get to be the first ones behind the hearse. I didn't get a sticker. Don't know why. It wasn't like I was late to the show. I'm always early to things. They ran out. They just simply ran out of stickers. Like, I was that irrelevant that I didn't even get to be in the front of the line. I'd be in the back of the line. I'm like, that's how I've been treated. Typical. Anyway, so go figure, 2 days after I talked to my cousins, both my dad's and mom's side, and then all of a sudden the nursing home calls me. 2 days later, all of a sudden the nursing home calls me. A little coincidental, if you ask me. I thought that was really weird. Never called the nursing home back, by the way. I don't know what I would say. I don't think it'd go well, and I'd probably get, harassed by my sisters for not being nice because she's not in the right of mind. Of course she never is. You always use that excuse, and technically she isn't now. She's in a nursing home. So I'm trying to think so after that, it's in my head. I'm just getting really pissed off now because I'm like, my cousins obviously, let me wait for this freaking car. I can't stand some of these people with their speedy cars. They're so freaking loud and obnoxious. It made me mad because I thought, okay, you're minding your business, cousins, but how did the nursing home call me 2 days later? Like, all of a sudden. They didn't call me back in August, and now all of a sudden they did. So obviously you didn't mind your business, and you told either my sisters or my brother, whoever cousin it was, and they got word. I have a feeling it was my one cousin who talks to my brother the most. and that she told him that he blabs. He is just like a flying monkey. Like, he just loves the drama. So he just probably flew over to my sisters and said, guess what? Oh my God, so-and-so knows about mom being in the nursing home, because he loves that shit. I don't miss him. He's an arrogant asshole. No, to be honest with you, he's just an typical arrogant asshole. So it's stewing, and I'm like, okay, fine, I'll go ahead and delete my Instagram and Facebook off my phone. I'll still have the account, but I just won't have access to it as easy as I did, and if I jumped on my laptop, I would still sign in and check things. I didn't realize you can have Messenger without having Facebook though, so I thought, okay, that's cool. That's good to know, because some people I contact through Messenger, so I thought, if I get rid of Facebook, I won't be able to talk to these people. So that's not the case. Unfortunately, with Instagram, I don't think you can. I think it's just if you can't do direct messages or whatever, separate. So it's still stewing in my head, and I'm also thinking, when it comes down to it, nobody checks in on me anymore. I guess because they don't have to. They just have to jump on Facebook or Instagram and see what I'm up to, and then that's that. Nobody, even my friends, from California, like nobody, unless I'm, messaging them out of the blue, no one's messaging me. So it's kind of weird because I did a tester on that, and I sent a message to 3 people in California that from the past, from the church I used to go to, and then a day and a half later, it was a Thursday morning, and I said, you know what? I'm getting really pissed off. Actually, the night before, Thursday morning, I deactivated. The night before, I started blocking. And I'm like, you know what? I'm getting pissed off. I'm just getting more and more mad at my cousins. I'm feeling betrayed by them. I'm feeling no one's got my back. No one gives a shit. I'm not relevant enough to no one cares. So fuck, you don't need to know what's up with me then. If that's how it's going to be, I keep trying to stay on contact with some of these people. Some of these cousins, one of them in particular won't friend request me. He's friend requested with my sister and brother, at least I know he was at the time. I blocked them, so I don't know now, but I'm sure they are. So I have a feeling like I must have gotten smear campaigns. I don't know what the issue is, because I don't know him that well enough to have an issue. So I'm just like, I'm tired of trying. I'm tired of this, and I'm tired of these people not even having my back. They obviously contacted them when I contacted them about the nursing home. I'm pissed. So I started blocking every single one of them. But then I thought, there might be a straggler that I might have forgotten, or there might be somebody that I'm friends with on here that I'm unaware of. It could be an alias account, because I started accepting friend requests from people who follow my YouTube channel, my other YouTube channel. So I thought, I don't know. And also, Vegas people too, like, oh, I'm into slots and Keno and, stuff like that. So I'm starting to friend people that I'm not like actual friends with, but they're more like we've got something in common with. And so I'm like, I don't know. Who knows that this could be an alias account for my sister or my brother's wife, because she's also a stalker. So after I blocked all the cousins, I thought, they might realize I blocked them versus went deactivated, because all they have to do is go onto another account or log off and just look me up as a stranger account, and they'll see that I still exist on Facebook, and that's how you can tell. So I'm like, fuck it. I'm just going to deactivate. I don't need to be on here anyway. It doesn't matter, So it's funny because Thursday morning I deactivated my account, both Instagram and Facebook, and I have not gone back. I have no regrets for doing it. I am so happy I did that. It's been nice. No, I'm not going to lie. The only thing I miss is the pictures I had posted back in the day. I have old pictures of my kids and stuff. I did hide them as private. So I'd have to get back on there one day just to grab those pictures and put them in the cloud somewhere, because right now they're just on Facebook or Instagram, all my other, also. Because I was clear on my gallery. I used my phone to take pictures and do videos, and I clear it out once I uploaded it. So anyway, so it was funny because once I deactivated, all of a sudden, my California friends, I guess they realized, I was off. The 3 I messaged, I guess they tried to message me back, and they noticed I wasn't even on, like, the Facebook. Are you okay? Is everything okay? We're worried. And I'm like, well, that's nice that all of a sudden you want to, the last time I talked to you was in, like, 2020. It's 2025 now, so it's like, wow, boy, do we not talk to each other anymore. You just get updates on your Instagram, Facebook. No need to call anybody. No wonder why social media is causing a lot of depression. Honestly, people don't pick up the phone or just, even a text, just kind of a live conversation. It just doesn't happen anymore. Or good old email, something. Or how about a handwritten letter? All old-fashioned. So I got to talking to them. We got updated. Everything was great. All's well. And I just said, look, I deactivated. Nothing personally. It's just my family. And they're like, yeah, we kind of figured so. Because they knew about it back when I lived in California. They knew why I moved. And they're like, I'm sorry to hear about all that. I'm like, yeah, me too. But I just need to get away from them. Because I had a vibe that somebody was stalking me, and you know what? They don't need to, like I said, I was friends with like my godmother, a nice, some kind of, I don't know who she is. She's in Australia, but I don't know how I'm related to her on my mom's side. I don't know the connection, but she's a really nice lady. But it's still, they don't know, like, I'm not telling them to take sides. They could be, giving updates, because I don't get updates on my sisters or brother. I don't check and I don't ask, but they can freely stalk my page and get updates on me constantly, so they don't need to ask. So now I'm gone. I'm off the grid now. If you want to watch my YouTube, enjoy that. There's no updates on me personally. It's just me playing, Keno or whatever. So it's not like that exciting to get updates on me. Anyway, so the other day, was it Saturday before Mother's Day, I was checking my voicemails because I wanted to see if I got any, because since I blocked that nursing home, I don't want any phone calls from anybody in that situation. And I just wanted to see if maybe I got a missed call and it went to a voicemail, like they called again. So they did not, but guess who did? My brother's wife. She butt dialed me twice. It was like at 6:24 p.m. and then 6:28 p.m. I saw this 3-minute voicemail. And I'm like, the hell? So I'm listening to it, and it was a butt call. So I don't think she realized she called me. And it was just like they're sitting at a bar, my brother's watching the game, and he's talking about baseball. I'm sure he's into baseball because my sister's son is, and he likes to kiss their ass. It's so stupid. But I can hear him talking to some couple who I don't know who they are. But I was trying to figure out, like, where are they? Because it's kind of mumbled, but I guess he's back in, where he lives. And he's talking he lives in a touristy kind of area, so I think these people are, like, coming to visit this area often, and they do timeshares. I just thought, at the same time, why did my sister-in-law have me so available on the phone to butt dial me by accident? What the hell? As soon as I deactivated, I have a feeling that she must have had an alias account and she was stalking me, and now she's probably freaking out that she's got no way to stalk me because she's got nothing better to do. Like, she's taken care of. My brother, it's like a financial contract relationship they have. She's got her citizenship, married to my brother, but she just wanted to marry a rich man and live in this particular destination place, and he had both. And so, there you go. But she doesn't have to work. She doesn't have to do anything. And he's always out, like, working his own business, and he makes good money, and he can be gone for months at a time. So it works out perfectly for them. But her hobbies are probably, one of them is stalking me. So I thought, well, I'm not giving her much to work with now. Oopsie. I just thought that was funny and timely. It's kind of timely, just like when the nursing home called 2 days after I talked to my cousins. You don't think that's coincidental? So it's obviously proof that she was stalking my ass. I don't know what her alias account was. For a while, I did have my Instagram on public because one of my YouTube friends said I should, but my daughter was like, don't do that. And I'm like, yep, go back to private, because I had personal pictures on there too. It wasn't just my YouTube stuff. So I'm like, yeah, you're right, back to private. And then, monitor who's following me and stuff. But some of them were my subscribers. So I thought, well, I don't need, I'm not that, like, I'm a small channel, so it's not like a big deal, but, I don't know. I don't need to have a big following on that social media platform. I'm not, I just do this for fun. It's a hobby. It's not like I'm making a little bit of money off it, but it's not enough for me to quit my jobs and go, I'm famous, yo. It's not like that at all. It just keeps me busy. So what do you guys think? What's your thoughts on that? how is she going to stalk me now? Because I'm not going to lie. I'm glad I went off the grid, and I don't know if I'll ever come back. I think if I go back, it's just to grab the pictures I have from the past so I can put them on a cloud somewhere, so have them savored. But outside of that, I really don't. I do feel like people have changed. Like, even back in the day when I was friends with, I was friend requesting everybody because I was new on Facebook, and I was friend requesting my husband's family. And I would notice, like, his sister, like, never liked my post. His family's, I've got a shit end of the deal on both sides, because his family's all about blood-related relatives. So I'm very irrelevant with them as well. It's just about him and the kids, Nobody gives a shit what I think or do. But I felt like having Facebook didn't help things, because his sister would see my updates, but I feel like she unfollowed me because she never would like anything of mine. But if I had a post with my husband in there and tagged him, because he's not really active on Facebook at all, but he just happens to have an account. So if I tagged him, it would show up on his page. She would like those posts. And I thought, wow, okay, so she never sees my posts. She only sees the ones that I tag him on, so clearly she's not following me. So I just like, wow, like, you kind of see the true sides of how people really think about you, And so I was like, maybe it just wasn't a good idea to ever even have Facebook or Instagram, I think it's really, they do say it's really causing a lot of mental health issues with the generations today, and it's true. It really is. It's, if you ever think about it, people get weirded out if, like, you want to just say hello to you, or you want to, call someone up, nobody picks up the phone, no one answers the door anymore. Like, it's just weird. It's just a different generation, how we live anymore. Things have changed. So I'm happy to be off the grid. That's how I'm going to stay. I don't have any intentions on getting updates from anybody. My cousins all can go suck a bag of dicks, because that really pissed me off that they not only wanted to mind their business, but they wanted to take, I felt, a side, and it wasn't mine. Like, they just, like, they still like me, and they still understand that I don't talk to my family and all that, yet they reported back to so-and-so, somebody, because the nursing home called me. So I thought someone reported back to somebody, and I'm like, why? It just felt betrayed, really betrayed, because I thought at least I had my cousins, and now I'm just like, I guess I'm gonna have to fight this battle alone, like I always have. I managed to make it on my own, all by myself, no help from anybody. I'm proud of that. So I guess, I'm stronger than I think I am. That's all I got, guys. Sorry for the glare of the sun. It was windy and it's dusty, and it's deserty as well, if that's such a word. So anyway, I'll talk to you guys. Bye.